I were to ask you the question, do you know why you were created? What were you created to do? What would be your first answer to that? Think about what your first answer would be. In our verse for today, Ephesians chapter 2, verse 10, Paul tells us what we were created to do. That verse says, "For we are what he has made us, created in Christ Jesus for good works, which God prepared beforehand to be our way of life." These verses come shortly after better known verses in chapter 2 verses 8 and 9 about how it's by grace we have been saved through faith and not by works, so that no one may boast. Many of us are familiar with that statement. But verse 10 isn't as familiar, and yet it's critically important. We are not saved by good works, verse 9 says. But verse 10 tells us that we were created in Christ for the purpose of doing good works. And that God had prepared that beforehand, before we were even born, to be our way of life. We are made, we are created for the purpose of doing good in God's name, through God's grace, each and every day of our life. That's kind of our purpose statement, if you will. We are, what are you doing? What are you made for? I'm here to do good. And that's a lens, if you will, that we can look at our life, our relationships, our communication, our thinking, our behavior. Simply, is this good? Is this helpful? Is it beneficial? Is this something that glorifies and honors God because I'm saying this, because I'm doing this? Because that is who you are made to be. That's what you are created for. To do good that glorifies God and that builds up and helps and blesses and serves other people. As our Scalisi family mantra that came from my grandfather, do good and forget it.